Now on UpNorthLive News at 6.
Measles is one of the most contagious viruses known to man.
With a third confirmed case of measles, the Grand Traverse County Health Department says we are now dealing with an outbreak. We'll look at what that means to you. Lost then found. How emergency crews rescued a person from a state forest.
Who on earth thinks it's safer to have a crosswalk?
A renovation project at the state park in Traverse City is just days away, but some lawmakers and community members haven't given up on saving the pedestrian bridge that is slated to be demolished. Plus, a new housing project coming to Leelanau County in the future, how the deal was done. And the parent company of a local grocery store chain is sold. We'll have the details.
This is Up North Live News at 6 on 7 and 4.
With a third confirmed case of measles, the Grand Traverse County Health Department says we are now dealing with an outbreak. The latest case being confirmed yesterday. With that, both the health department and physicians at Munson have a request and some advice for all of us.
Measles is one of the most contagious viruses known to man.
Which may be concerning enough, but couple that with the fact that once you do get it,
Measles is serious. So there certainly are some people who will get mild cases of measles, but there is a significant percentage of people who will start with a milder case of measles and then go on to get significant complications.
super contagious and potentially equally as serious.
It can cause problems both while you have it and can be really serious and put you in the hospital and people die from measles. Or after getting over measles, you might have long-term complications from having had it.
So when the first case and then another was reported in Grand Traverse County, the health department got to work.
Connection there. Linkages were made during our disease investigation, and we have an awesome disease investigation team.
The team identified Chelsea Park Apartments and the Traverse City Walmart as possible exposure sites.
Something like measles, we want to be very proactive in notifying the community if they may have been exposed to measles just because of how contagious this virus can be.
And on Monday, a third case reaching the medical threshold of an outbreak.
Right now, we do believe it to be isolated to a bit of a population, and we did share some exposure sites late last week, and we're going to continue to monitor that. We spun up a hotline here at the health department that's specific to this occurrence right now, so the community can reach out if they feel like they've been exposed or have concern around potential symptom onset.
The most common symptoms from measles are cough, congestion, high fever, red eyes, and a rash. And the rash usually starts a few days into your symptoms. It starts on your face, red spots on your face, and then spreads down throughout your body.
If you experience those, call your doctor or the health department prior to going in to be seen.
Lots of folks, including the health department and certainly Munson Healthcare, have protocols where we can get you tested and we'll take good care of you without exposing lots of other people to whatever illness you might have.
Both say, due to just how contagious the measles are, prevention is key.
I think this is a great time for individuals to get educated around their own immunization status.
The vaccine is safe and it's very effective in preventing measles. So get vaccinated, protect yourself and those around you.
Again, both the health department and Munson wanted to stress this because it's so contagious. If you think you have symptoms, contact them or your doctor before going into a medical office or the emergency room.
Continuing our coverage, the planned removal of a pedestrian bridge owned by the state's Department of Natural Resources has generated a lot of feedback from the community. The bridge spans US 31 in Grand Traverse County and connects the state park to its beach. It's an issue that lawmakers say they've raised to the DNR. Our Allie Baxter spoke with one state senator who says their concerns appear to be falling on deaf ears.
Normally, the DNR is good to work with and they're responsive, but on this case, I just think they have their mind made up.
In March, we told you about the planned removal of the DNR's pedestrian bridge at the Traverse City State Park. Previously, DNR officials told us the bridge isn't ADA accessible, and part of their upgrades to the park's entrance is to replace it with a crosswalk.
I think it's a terrible idea to take this bridge down. I mean, who on earth thinks it's safer to have a crosswalk?
In the months since, legislators like State Senator John DeMoose have reached out to the DNR.
I get there's a problem. They can't really make it handicap accessible. So that's a problem. But it's still better to leave it there than to not.
In April, Grand Traverse County commissioners approved sending a letter to DNR Director Scott Bowen requesting the bridge remain at the park. According to the board chair, that letter from commissioners received no response.
The problem is everything I'm hearing is it sounds like the decision's been made. And so far, our requests to reconsider have sort of fallen on deaf ears.
Some families visiting the state park beach Tuesday declined to go on camera, but said they prefer the bridge to a crosswalk on the highway. They noted they feel more safe crossing a bridge with children.
I don't know who thinks this is a good idea to take it down in this era of distracted driving, of which we're all guilty of sometimes. It's really a scary thing out there. Saying that's a busy highway.
Senator DeMoose says now more than ever, it's important to reach out to the DNR directly to share concerns, especially since the state park is closing July 7th to start construction.
I just think people need to stay on it and keep reaching out to the DNR and just insisting that they do something different, because that bridge is really important.
In Grand Traverse County, Allie Baxter, UpNorthLive News.
And this is our question of the day for our unscripted newscast. Do you support the DNR removing the pedestrian bridge at the TC State Park? As of right now, only 5% saying yes, 95% no. There is still time to vote. You can scan the QR code on your screen and join the conversation tonight at 6:30. We'll also have a link to connect with the DNR to share your thoughts about the bridge removal.
New workforce housing is coming to Leelanau County with several partners working together to try to make it happen. Peninsula Housing bought 9.5 acres of land from Sutton's Bay Schools. It'll be joint owners of the property with the Leelanau County Land Bank and will lease the land back to the school for 3 years before developing it into housing. Peninsula Housing's board president says 60% of the people who work in Leelanau County can't afford to live there.
We'd love people to be able to live and work in the same community. And so that's what this is all about, is providing housing for people who are working in Sutton's Bay Lake, Leelanau, Northport, Leland, all of the central part of Leelanau County.
Mobby says being co-owners with the land bank will allow the property to stay off the tax rolls so Peninsula Housing can work to raise money and pay back the money it borrowed to buy the land.
Taking a live look now at a community workshop in Grand Traverse County's Peninsula Township. It's for locals to share their thoughts and explore ideas on how to create more non-motorized infrastructure and safer streets across the peninsula. The township will present things like new bike lanes and trails. The workshop is part of the township's first phase of its non-motorized transportation plan. Tonight on UpNorthLive News at 11, we'll take you inside the workshop and tell you what comes next.
Car accident in Mecosta County claimed the life of a 52-year-old man from Leroy this morning. The Mecosta County Sheriff's Office says the crash happened just after 1 a.m. on US 131 north of 22 Mile Road. Deputies say the man was outside his broken-down vehicle on the right lane of the highway when he and his vehicle were struck by another car. The driver of the other car was identified as a 26-year-old man from Gladwin. Sheriff's Office confirmed that the 52-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene.
A person is out of the woods and safe after getting lost in a state forest. The person had run out of water and was disoriented and was not able to find their way out of the forest. On Sunday, Messiola Central Dispatch texted the person and got their location using What 3 Words technology. Everett Fire sent 2 brush units, 2 ATVs, and a rescue unit to the area. They were able to find the person and bring them back out of the forest for evaluation.
Well, Michigan-based SpartanNash is being sold to C&S Wholesale for $1.7 billion. SpartanNash operates several grocery stores, including Family Fare, which has more than a dozen stores here in northern Michigan. Among other brands, C&S owns the Piggly Wiggly chain down south. SpartanNash's CEO says the merger will allow them to compete more effectively with larger big box chains. The sale is expected to be completed by the end of the year.
Looking ahead to the weekend, as the open space in downtown Traverse City is looking a bit different today, crews are preparing for the upcoming National Cherry Festival. After months of planning and organizing, crews officially started setting up tents and portable bathrooms around the park. They will continue to make progress over the next couple of days. The National Cherry Festival kicks off this Saturday.
Well, the International Bridgewalk in Sault Ste. Marie is this Saturday. Walk starts at 9 a.m. The bridge will be shut down to traffic from 8:45 until 10:45. You can park at the Arts Center at Lake Superior State University. You don't need to pay to participate in the walk, but if you use bus transportation, it's $10 per person or $20 per family. In order to participate, you do need a passport, enhanced driver's license, or a valid Nexus card. For more information on what you need to know, if you plan to attend the Bridgewalk, you can head to our website, upnorthlive.com.
A first-of-its-kind battery plant is launching in Holland. Why LG Energy's new facility could be a big win for Michigan. Coming up on Up North Live News at 6.
We finally got cooler temperatures back in the forecast, but we also have active weather with multiple rain chances over the next coming days until at least the weekend. So we'll be covering all of that when we come back in just a few minutes.
I'm Jada Johnson from Big Boys TV, and the Fish and Game Report is sponsored by Johnson's Propane.